I honestly can't believe how much PvZ news we're getting at the moment. Like, I'm literally drowning in the stuff, not even sure what to cover next. But today, we're going to be talking about a really interesting and exciting project called Plants vs. Zombies Original Edition, which has essentially given us a remaster of the original PvZ, but they've even gone a step further and have provided us with some new content, and they're even collaborating with some mods, which is, yeah, really surprising. Now, technically, we did get a remaster for the console version, but we've not really had a modern remaster. I remember I did a video about this like a couple of years ago. So this is a really innovative project, and it's coming from one of the teams over in China, so not PopCap. And I guess there's been lots of really exciting things happening for PvZ China lately. So they recently announced Plants vs. Zombies 3, and of course we've had the multiple crossovers with PvZ 2. And now, of course, we've got the PvZ Original Edition 2. And I guess it's more of a remake, as it's been made as a WeChat mini program, which is why you may have also seen this called Plants vs. Zombies 1 mini program. So it was originally teased back in March, and since then it has been released, and it's received many and frequent updates over the last few months. As we've heard a lot recently, this aims to stay faithful to the original while adapting to the constraints of the mini program, as well as adding new and exciting content, including the Super Chomper, which I believe was originally from Plants vs. Zombies Social Edition, which is another Chinese exclusive game. What's even more exciting though is that they've talked about creations. Now, this is essentially going to be very similar to the level builder in PvZ 2 China. So that's really exciting, I think, to be able to make our own PvZ 1 levels. That's really cool. So yeah, I'm really excited to see when they release that. The only real sort of like question in my mind about this is, why did they decide to build it in WeChat? It just seems a bit random. They did post an article that was like an FAQ that explained a little bit about it, like some of the constraints. So like some animations have had to be changed. For example, zombies' arms won't fall off now. They've had to sort of create a clothing degradation kind of system instead. But yeah, so there's no real sort of nitty gritty of why they decided to do it that way. But I guess there's lots of different options in China of where you can host your game and stuff like that. Now, let's talk about the game itself, because I have got access to this and I have played it a little bit. And overall, I've got to say, I've been pretty impressed with this. This is a pretty good remake we've got on our hands, and it includes lots of new features and functionality as well. Now, it seems like it's been based on the console version of Plants vs. Zombies. It's widescreen, and you can just kind of see from the menus they've sort of used. And whilst we're talking about that, there's a lot of new UI, obviously just generally how the seed packets look and all that type of stuff, but there's some additional things as well, including level objectives. So like you can earn 3 stars in the game if you don't lose any lawnmowers, don't lose any plants, and there's another one that I can't remember. There's also some stuff like introduction of new zombies in context. So when you're playing the levels and a new zombie appears, it'll actually show you on screen and give you a little description about them and what they do, that type of thing. There's also a new choose your seed screen, which showcases abilities. So abilities, these are, you know, similar to the type of thing we've seen in Plants vs. Zombies 3. But there's 3 or 4 here. You've got a sunflower that gives you more sun, magnet shroom that activates for a limited amount of time but removes obviously any metal objects from zombies. Then you've got cherry bomb, who destroys all zombies on the field, and you've also got skip a level. The strange thing about this, now I have a feeling maybe ads will come into this at some point. At the moment, like to activate some of these abilities, you didn't have to actually watch an ad, you just had to like send a message, so it seemed a bit weird. But my favorite feature of them all is the fast forward button. Again, it is locked behind this weird thing, but once you've done the message thing, you can use it. And not only does it let you fast forward, it lets you fast forward up to 4 times, which I just really love having the ability to do that, especially with the earlier levels. Some other good features that, whilst they're good, do sort of pose an ad opportunity at some point. So there is a daily login bonus that you can get from playing the game, and also the way to actually get free plant upgrades. So, you know, like making a sunflower into a twin sunflower. Again, that requires one of these ad messages. So yeah, very much like it is in Plants vs Zombies 2 China, there's a lot of stuff that seems to be more monetized than we're used to. This remake includes all the general game modes as well. You've got the adventure mode, you've also got mini games, puzzles, survival, but what's really exciting is the community mini games, and these are absolute madness, and they come with like loads of meme plants and zombies and even an almanac, and hopefully this is where we'll be seeing the level builder too. Now, like I mentioned earlier, as well as all of this new content, one of the other exciting things about this is that they're teaming up with PvZ mods, and currently they are collaborating with Plants vs Zombies Hybrid, and they've actually been adding content from it into the mini games. There's even a trailer about this, and yeah, that's the other thing. They're absolutely pumping out tons of trailers for this as well, which is really, really cool. Now, the only really awkward thing about this is getting access to the game. As with any Chinese version of Plants vs Zombies, it's a bit of a faff getting a WeChat account set up. There are various guides online you can follow, and once you've done that, it is pretty straightforward from there, and it can be played on both mobile and PC. Obviously, the other disadvantage, of course, is that it is all in Chinese. There's not a translated version, and I can't imagine there's going to be one. So I would recommend having something like Yandex Translate at the ready, which you can translate screenshots with just to help. But obviously, you should be okay with most things because it's normal PvZ. So there we go, guys. That's everything you kind of need to know about Plants vs Zombies Original Edition. Really, really cool project, and I'm super excited to see where this goes. I'm going to keep my eye on it, and yeah, if they add anything super cool, I'll definitely be letting you guys know. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, guys. Bye. Bye.